If you were born on the 19th, or if you have a 19 life path, your energy is associated with the Sun Tarot card, which is the 19th card in the deck. And the reason why the number 19 is associated with the Sun is because the 19 is a combination of the numbers 1 and 9. 1 is the leader, and 9 is the universal servant. And then when you add up the two numbers, 1 and 9, it makes 10. And if you add up 1 plus 0, that reduces to 1. And so 19 ultimately is a life path 1. And the number 1 is ruled by the Sun, which is associated with being a king, status, radiating, being recognized, leadership, shining. And so 19s tend to shine when they are leading others through service. And so ultimately, 19 is going to be a public servant. The number 19 is also a karmic number. And what separates karmic numbers from the rest of the numbers in numerology is that karmic numbers lock the abilities of that number until the user learns a particular lesson. And the same reoccurring karmic themes are going to keep appearing in that person's life until they master the lesson. And if they fail to learn the lesson, their life will not have any progression. And the lesson that is tied to the number 19 is self-belief. It's self-belief. As a 19, and I'm 19 myself, you will continuously suffer over and over and over and over and over again, sometimes spiritually, sometimes mentally, sometimes physically, sometimes emotionally, sometimes in all 4 aspects, until you learn to have self-belief. That is the karma tied to the number 19. It is the suffering of the self, because number 1 represents the self. It's your ego, it's your identity, it's your pride, it's who you are. And the number 9 is suffering, agony, pain, sorrow, sadness. And so when you combine 1 and 9, this is the self that is going through an immense amount of suffering. And the only answer or the solution to this problem is what 1 and 9 reduces to. And if you add up 1 plus 9, it equals 10. And if you add up 1 plus 0, it gives you 1. And so the solution is 1. And 1 is ruled by the Sun. The Sun is the king of the solar system. It represents pride and self-belief and willpower. And so the only solution to the suffering that 19s go through is their self-belief. As soon as you believe in yourself, you empower yourself to end the suffering. Because the 1 gives you a divine right to authority. Because 1 is ruled by the Sun is the king. 1s are here to shine. They're here to influence the world. They're here to be the best. They're here to create. They're here to innovate. They're here to pave their own path in life and to be independent. But for the number 19, these people, their lives are going to start off with suffering first. And some can suffer from the beginning all the way to the end if they don't learn self-belief. That's the biggest thing with 19s. It's self-belief. They have the lowest self-esteem out of all 1s, but they have the greatest potential for success. And this is because number 19 is the most fortunate number in all of numerology. The ancient Chaldeans who invented numerology believed that 19 life paths were on their final incarnation, their last incarnation. And after this incarnation, they're going to go to a place called Half Pekar, which means the 7 worlds, or the 7 sisters, or the higher realms, whatever you want to call it. But they believe that they're going to incarnate in higher realms of existence after this incarnation. The number 19 is also called the master of the 3 worlds. It's called the Prince of Heaven, the ideal lover, and in tarot is called the Sun. But the Sun symbolizes attainment. A 19 will only go as far as how much they believe in themselves. And the more they believe in themselves, the more powerful that they are. The 19 is the idealist. They're the dreamer. That 9 in the number 19, it amplifies their imagination and it makes them emotional. It makes them compassionate. It makes them think in a collective way. It makes them want to serve. It makes them want to make the world a better place and gain recognition for doing it. It makes them want to shine. And so 19s tend to be daydreamers. They can be extremely lazy, or they can be somebody that wants to do everything on their own, everything by themselves, and deny all help. But all in all, as a 19, if you're doing something that excites you, if you're doing something that makes you happy, if you're doing something that ties you to your ideals, you're going to be extraordinarily good at it. And so if you're a 19, you are here to follow your dreams. And when you do that, you will indirectly inspire the world. The number 19 is a very high intensity, high energy number because it combines the energies of the sun, which is 1, and then Mars, which is 9. Mars is raw, physical energy. And then the sun is willpower. And so 19s have an extremely powerful will. And they have an extremely strong will to go after the things that they want in life. All of this energy is just manifestation ability that's supposed to be used for creativity and action. And so 19s need very active lives. If you're not doing a career that's physically demanding or that allows you to be creative or like creatively manifest, then you need to be working out a lot and running and exercising because this is going to make you overstimulated and this is going to give you anger issues. Another thing about 19 is that because their will is so strong, when they don't get what they want fast enough, when they have a setback, these people can get very frustrated. When they don't see their dream coming into fruition as fast as they want it to, they can become very harsh and very negative to be around. And they can be very pissy around their circle. And so 19s, y'all need to watch out for that. And because I'm a 19, I need to watch out for that as well. But if you're a 19, you are here to pave your own path in life. Do what you want to do in life. 19s hate being told what to do. All 19s need to be their own boss. When you are just left to your own devices, what you can accomplish is out of this world. It's because it's that willpower. And so pursue a career where you're going to either be able to create, or a career that takes up a lot of your energy, or a career that's physically active. 19s are notorious for pursuing careers like that. Some famous 19s are John Jones, Dick Gregory, Walt Disney, KSI, Evander Holyfield, Malcolm X, Suge Knight, Lil Durk, Travis Hunter, Walt Disney, Neville Goddard, Dabo, KSI. And I also recently discovered yesterday that Pink Pantheress, the famous British artist, is also a 19. But yeah, 19s will shine when they're pursuing something that excites them. But you got to believe in yourself first as a 19. If you don't learn to do that, you're just going to suffer all throughout your entire life. But the more you believe in yourself, the stronger you're going to grow in spirit. Because 19 is a very highly spiritual number. And this is the number of the spiritual leader. But we lead through inspiration. A famous quote from a famous 19, Dick Gregory, said that there's only one rule when you put on the magic glasses. And that rule is that you can't take it off. What this means to me is that as soon as you're able to see what you're capable of, you can no longer go back to living the life of a mediocre person. To learn more about my numerology teachings, click the link in my profile bio and read my book, Supreme Mathematics. Or if you like reading, just book a session. You can also find that in the link in my profile bio. But have a great rest of your day.